Welcome to Playful Podcast, your guide into the underground scene where we discover topics on kink and electronic music every week. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss out on our next episode. We are here today with Clément Tesserin, better known as CLTX. Paris-born and Berlin-based CLTX got hyped after his hair set during the pandemic and is known for his productions that are highly influenced by the warehouse parties with high energy and a love for heavy metal that influences his techno productions. In this episode, we get to know Clément better, who he was as a teenager, his view on work-life balance, why he can't maintain the lifestyle of a raver anymore, and we speak some about the new generation of producer, if it's in fact only about the music, or also about entertainment and delivering a message as well as preserving an image. I am Amanda, and this is Playful Podcast.
In any way, now it's not just about music. It's in 2022, you need more than music. Some really good producer, they don't see them, but they are even better than some of them on the scene. So it's good to give opportunity.
We are at least super duper happy to have you here. It's a big pleasure.
Happy to be here. Also, yeah, for sure.
But it's fun because I've been doing some research about you, but I feel it's not getting to the core, you know? I don't feel that I have a clear picture of who you were when you were a teenager and these things that have shaped you. So I'm gonna dig into that. But sure. To start, if you would describe yourself, I know you described yourself in 60 Kicks as reckless. The tattoo.
Yeah. It's like Hellboy. It's some words of me. But I will say of CLTX also, and not from Clément, you know. So if you ask me for Clément,
I take it a little bit closer. Sorry.
If you ask me for Clément, it's how I understand the question. I guess it's more simple. It's way more simple. So it will be something like really spontaneous. I'm quite sociable also, but people don't think that most of the time. Like you just said, you don't have a clear idea of me, but a lot of people make some different idea from
assumptions. Yeah.
And so that's spontaneous, sociable. I'm quite ambitious also. Maybe it doesn't look like, but
it looks like for sure.
I don't really try to show it, but I am ambitious and I keep working on the week for some different projects. So that's the true word I will say for Clément, for sure. But CLTX, it's another thing. It's me, but also something I became days after day, I think. Reckless, Hellboy, all these things just came by. I just realized that I have this in my hand kind of because it's what I was. So why not create something around this?
Yeah.
It's always my friends say you have Clément and CLTX, and it's better if CLTX don't take Clément.
Then so it's different.
It's different. I still not feel like that because I think CLTX is part of Clément, but friend of me see sometimes like that. But because for sure it's when you're partying and you're chill on the week is quite different. But I feel like the same in different ways. So that was the three words.
All right. But you say people wouldn't assume that you're ambitious, but I think it wouldn't be possible to be where you're at if you wouldn't be.
For sure, yeah. But how can I say? It's I'm here for almost 4 years, and
in Berlin.
So, and during the COVID, was not I haven't this schedule. I played for a lot of illegal rave and stuff like that in Berlin, and some people still stay on this because playing for illegal, they was thinking it's not possible to create and develop a career. I feel ambitious anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. But when you were growing up, if we go back, who were you then? As a teenager?
As teenager, I was really into sport. My first
sports.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Until 18, I did a lot of handball first.
Oh, really?
Around 14, I did some international competition. It was really cool.
Wow.
Then almost every young man, I did some football, a little bit of fitness. I did also 1 year of box, but I understood that I want to keep my nose.
I also did box.
Yeah.
Oh,
which one?
Kick and tie.
Okay, and I did the English one.
Aye.
But
are you still working out though?
Not really. Like,
no, this is the thing.
This is the bad thing. I really want to come back in fitness, at least even for the weekend. You know, it can be feeling better, breath in a better way.
Yeah.
But it's been like almost 6-7 years. I don't really like practice or whatever.
Shit. It's a New Year's resolution.
I could, one of them.
Yeah.
If we speak about for myself, yeah, it's one of them. I definitely already watched some like venue fitness. So yeah, I was also like looking a little bit for who I am, I guess.
And then when it comes to music, like
it comes to music, I was not musician, and when I was young, I always loved music and different style of music. I'm not like more just techno or one of them. And I was partying in Paris a lot since I was 19, 20 years old. And so in Paris, we have this a lot of warehouse rave, warehouse parties. It was like a big moment of this. And after 2-3 years, at some point, started to be enough of partying, but I felt like to understand and to know how it's made like the basic of the track, of a techno track. So I just was wondering why I just shouldn't try, because it would be another kind of experience.
But like, how did you even, So did you have friends who were doing it
No,
then?
not even at this moment.
No?
Like, we was a little group. We were all was passionate of techno, electronic music, but no one of us started. And we started recently. We started after that all together. So it's also people who are here in Berlin. I don't know if you know Arcan. They are more about mental music now, because we create together a label we named Autonomous Records, with more groovy and mental music, which I quit. I left at some point, but to do my own things. And we start together on some way. So we start by DJ, because, you know, the basic thing, buying controllers. This was 6-7 years ago. I was like buying controllers and just started to play, but it was mostly also some YouTube helped me a lot to learn the basic of production.
Did you have a goal set in your mind?
No, never.
You just played for fun and like...
Always for hobbies. By passion, I guess. Also, I started to become a real passion. But even when I didn't create anything, when I just was partying and listening, I had like this passion without practicing, you know. So no goals, just learning and doing it. Even I would say, even 1.5 years ago, I never expected to be like here, by example, to just like speak about this and be able to play everywhere. And
But have you always had easy to, because when you did handball, for example, you also reached very high levels. Are you a person who, like, when you do something, you just block out everything around and you you know?
Yeah, I like doing things for something. It just means I don't expect to be. Music was another thing. Also, it was not every time on purpose. I just did it at 100%. I think it was this, but without expectation. I didn't never think to be like on board professional one day, you know. No, never. But and I also was quite like lost in what I wanted to do until easy 22, 23 years old.
Did you feel pressure that you needed to know what you were gonna do before that?
To be honest, yes. That's also one of the reasons why I left France, because on some way you have like 22, 23, you have like this social pressure a little bit, or you need to know a little bit what you're gonna do later. So you have your parents on your back a little bit who kind of ask you what you want to do, and it felt also not normal to continue to partying, and for me it was not the time to stop. And yeah, that's also,
you were not fed up with partying.
No, at first, but also with it's also on the lifestyle influence in Paris, you know. It's quite stressful.
Yeah,
like a city. It's
a lot more expensive.
It's also more expensive, but this is not something I was I didn't realize it at this moment.
Did you live at home?
I was with my parents still.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't know about the life price somewhere else. Like, was so not interested, but I started to go like often to Berlin and discover like the Berlin scene. And, that's how I started to come here and see how people was like way more free with a total different
And you felt
world.
more free yourself when you were here? Because that's
Yeah.
often how it is. Like you see how others are so relaxed and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, to be honest, it's I discovered that I can be the person I wanted to be here. It was a bit that, like, I think for people who don't really live in France, especially in Paris, because some people, I was talking about this a few times, and they was a little bit surprised that we don't have the open mind like we think, because it's a big city. But I lived there, and like it's like full of judgment. Like I think I will never do even pink hair in Paris to just being scared of little judgment, but just before knowing someone. Of course, I experienced this also in Berlin, but in a different intensity.
How do you experience it here?
Like by example, I think some people, for when they see my Instagram, it's or you understand or you don't. Some people don't understand that it's also like a character.
Yeah.
Like I can give the example of the shooting with makeup. Some people, I heard like some crazy things. So can sometimes just buy the image they can get from what they see. But I kind of feel like I want to do some art, some different thing, and not especially take DJ picture outside. Just I wanted to be more creative, even with the pictures, even with like when I'm doing my own T-shirt and creating like a little baby with like who's like already a little Hellboy. It was just way more deep than we always partying. Like I think all of us. Some people was definitely thinking that I was way more intense, but it's absolutely not especially true, I think. And this didn't help to like felt a bit less judged, but also in our community. But
did you do the makeup yourself, by the way?
No.
No? I was like, very artsy.
It would be a bit too professional.
I really like it, by the way.
Thank you very much. But no, I just one of my friends introduced me to someone, and who was really even to herself. She was doing like even during the life in general, like really pale skins, like really got exactly. And I was the day we did it. I just say, you do what you want. I just wanted to try to do something who can represent me a bit, but you have like, I don't know, in French we say carte blanche. I don't know how it's in English. You have like, you're totally free, you know?
Exactly.
Feel free to do what you want.
Blank paper.
Exactly.
So you feel that even people in Berlin are like questioning the persona you have created? Did they know you then before you created CLTX?
Yeah, some of them, yes, some of them no.
And they like question it.
It's like less and less, I think, because I also show that I'm working hard and doing my things, but it was not every time easy. Like on the beginning, just because of this party thing, I was like a lot of time in partying. People can see, and it's not something like you used to see someone who's doing music and you can have in rave or something like that. I definitely worked on some balance. But I guess I showed by my work and the fact that now I'm traveling a lot. This is kind of my answer, without answering directly this kind of judgment.
Yeah.
And most of the time was people who don't know me yet, almost all the time even.
Yeah. How did you work on creating the persona? Like, when did you start?
I was just really posting on my Instagram without filters, not in the bad way, but it was not. I was posting picture of me, like makeup or with my friend in party. It was like on the beginning, it's something people really like a lot. And then, I did this EP, and the graphic designer make an artwork with little baby pink hair with a little tattoo here. And it starts from this. I decided to make some t-shirts. So I kind of, without knowing, I just watched my Instagram and all the thing, and I was like, why not? It came like that.
So you said also that there were some tough times, like from when you got started till today? What are some of the toughest moments where you have been maybe even questioning if you're going to continue this path or not?
I never questioning myself if I want to stop, because the only thing I wanted is I think everyone have get some judgment, whatever we are. Unfortunately, after the COVID, it's when everything started a little bit more seriously for me. I just wanted to show, just for myself, but also for today's people, that it was not what they think. Because I think, people think that I was partying a lot when I arrived in Berlin, but I think it's like general.
So you don't party as much right now?
I can't. Obviously, no. I can't because first I have something to lose. Definitely. I also love what I'm doing. That's one of the only things I know to do, and for nothing in the world I would like to lose it. But I was a raver before a DJ, so that's why also I think you also can feel it at some point on my music, on my image, or also in my behavior in the past. And I'm just it just push me and help me to just to prove them that the other way, and it works, I think, at some point.
So when you're touring, you're not the after party guy going directly to the airport?
That's the question I was thinking. It's perfect for me because on some way, I really love the rock and roll culture, the way all the old bands was just like touring. I think at some point I was thinking this life could be that, but it's not possible. First you're alone, and on second,
and that was your wishful thinking before you started?
Or? Maybe not, but when I watched a movie or a documentary, I was like, that would be nice. I think it's like, it's a stereotype also, it's not true for everyone. It's not also true, like it's what all time was different, but in the beginning, a little bit, like always, like going to after parties sometimes. Really love to meet new people in different city, different culture also, because I'm not so much able to visit the city when I'm there, but it's super interesting to meet different people from different culture, and even in after party, they are like most of the time super interesting. But I needed to change that recently because of the schedule, and I'm unfortunately not a machine, and also I think it's not something like so accepted in general that I think now as a DJ I have to have some way an image. It's not like a rock and roll star, unfortunately, but unfortunately and good also, because we need to show the good
professionalism.
Exactly. But this is, I think, it's the two things we shouldn't put in the same thing with you. I think you can stay professionally still and still having the way you want to live your life.
Exactly. You don't have, because this is something I heard also by some people, that it can be hard to, if you're an official person and you go to a rave, maybe sometimes you want to go to a rave and let loose and drink some more beers. You also want to be able to be the raver that you are in the core. But if you are having so much people who are judging you, who know you can feel a little bit watched.
You feel like it's not like it's
you
not
have
like
to behave.
Kanye West or Jay-Z is still cool, but you have to be
it's a smaller scale for sure. But
in Berlin, it's like people know each other, and you need to behave, completely. Like you need to behave, and you feel like if something is wrong, you do something wrong or whatever, you can't even look like a little bit drunk, I think. And this special, I mean, it's like it's a little city, it's a little world and little community. But it's like I needed to change that in any way because it's my career, and I want, like, definitely not stopping that. I worked on this balance till today. I still do, but the schedule helped me a lot. Also, like I have a lot of artist friends around now recently. We're growing up together. So in any way, like I grew up like a person, also in like a professional.
Yeah. But so when you go back and play in Paris, for example, it's not that you stay out with your friends? Or
No, but not because it's a little bit weird and sad, I guess, because after 4 years, I don't have so much fun anymore in Paris. It seems like my life is here now. And I'm French, but I don't feel like from Paris so much, even if I lived all my life there.
Really? Why? So you don't feel that you are very French in your personality, for example?
I don't know, because I don't know what it means, especially to be like French or
the
no.
Stereotype.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean,
it's more about what I said before about the normal social way we have in France. And there's people, my friends, even some of them I was in school. Now they're like have someone, a husband or a wife, or a different life. So they also needed to grow up, and also
they chose a different path.
Exactly, and they have like important job, or they cannot really partying on the weekend. But it's not a bad thing, because on the end, if I left Paris, because it was enough for me. I didn't felt home like it should, and it's weird, but sometimes when I go play in Paris, I arrive in the afternoon and I leave in the morning after the gigs.
That's what you want.
That's what I want. That's what I could stay, but in general, I have a dinner with my mom. I just do my job and I leave, because it's still nice to see some people. Still some people I know, but I prefer to be with friends, and the friends we still have, they're not partying anymore.
So what made you take the final decision to move to Berlin? Was it that you could be yourself? Was it music, or?
It was first that I can be myself, living in a different country, because I never had the chance to.
But you were still DJing when you moved here?
Yeah, I did since a long time already. But
you said
I'm doing that for 6 years, and 7 years I started to learn. So I don't think I was a DJ, but we learned with my friends, and of course, music was like something make me move. Like also because I wanted to live the music, and it's in a different way, because in Berlin we have this club culture we don't have in France. And also, like to feel like what is it to live somewhere else, because I never had this occasion. And for 2 years, the first 2 years in Berlin, I was working for a customer service for a French market, because my English was really bad when I arrived, and my German, I don't even speak about it. So yeah, it's like.
Did you learn more English or German since you came here?
English. I can't. Every time people ask me why you don't speak German, and I always say, because when I arrived in Berlin, you meet me in club and you can ask me, how old are you? I will answer yes. Something like this, it was really bad. So I'm grateful now I learned, but mostly in partying or with people around, and that helped me a lot, yeah. But now I need to focus on German, because also I was supposed to stay 1 year in Berlin.
Like all of us.
Like all of us, yeah, exactly. On the end of it.
But is that your second New Year's resolution, to learn German?
It's one of them too, yeah. Personal, I think.
We're working through them.
Yeah.
What more are you gonna do next year?
For like in a professional way, I would like to create a event series, but in different place, not in Berlin. We did, like, I don't know if you saw, we did my birthday on the 5 August in Berlin, and it was quite crazy. I mostly was my friend who played, who were on the scene also. And the club was just way too packed, a little bit more than the capacity, but it was so much fun. And I just realized that why not? It would be something to do, to try. And we had this idea with my agency. So I think for 2022, we would like to work on this.
Oh,
could
exciting.
Be like CLTX Invites or whatever, or another name.
And what kind of energy do you wish to have there? Like, how will you think when it comes to bookings and all these things?
I think I will not go too much out of my world, because I want to know what I know. It would be a series of other world, like with my value in general, also the value of Berlin, because I think even if I'm French, people still seeing me like a DJ from Berlin. It's a lot of people think I'm German, actually. I still need to create the whole thing. My first idea was to call it insouciance, which means reckless in French. And I think it sounds sweet, insouciance. It's something like I can see myself in, but I still need to write the story, I guess.
But what kind of bookings do you want? Do you want to like?
You mean the kind of techno I want to do?
Yeah, or like
it will be really mixed and really mixed. Like mostly people I know, I used to work with. You know, friends. Like I have a lot of friends on the scene. I actually who's working well, even in Berlin. I can tell some names. Like I love Leo, what he does, even if it's not about rave. You know, I'm really not close about. Also, I'm really open in music term. Like you can see Lea Rose Radical Softness, a lot of things really mixed with our value, with friends who have the same value than me, and will be like that mostly. But I need to create it still.
But so exciting.
Deep. Yeah, it would be nice. I need some new challenge.
It is.
Yeah.
How is the touring life for you? Is it because you said you were in Madrid I don't remember where you've been, Frankfurt, Friday and Saturday somewhere. Like
I was in Madrid on Wednesday, Frankfurt and Dortmund Friday and Saturday. How is it?
It's very like you tour a lot. Is it very intense? How is it like?
It's cool.
Did you get used to it?
I don't want to complain because I think it's what I wanted. So and also. I think I feel lucky to be able to play in front of so many people. Like even if it's just for a little bit, for 10 hours, traveling and stuff. The most hard part is traveling for sure. But when I see some other friend of me who was touring like so long time, he's doing sometimes 3-4 gigs by week. Sometimes I'm like, you can't complain because also why they can do you not? Like I'm really like. I feel lucky to be able to do that. I feel like some people give me the chance and I also get the opportunity when they can. So it's sometimes hard. Yeah, it's sometimes hard because also it's a little bit a lonely life in some way. I used to see a lot of friends on the weekend and all the time on go out all together. It's something I can't really do anymore. Except if I come back on Sunday, I can have chill moment with friends. But if I continue to party, it will be already too difficult for the next. So I needed to like change and process and fix a little bit my life around this, around the career. Because
how did you do that?
It came slowly. It depends how much I wanted, how much you wanted, and I think it's the thing I wanted the most. And I also my friends are my balance too. It means like this week on the week I still meet them. I also the fact that I started to sleep really also between the gigs, sometimes in front. Before the gigs make me recover well faster. And then on the week we keep staying friends on the night, doing some raclette tomorrow or something like that. You know, so it's my balance then to not feel too lonely because it's cool to meet people on the weekend, but it's not people you will necessarily come to see again. So I need my kind of a base, you know.
But like, I mean. You say that it can be lonely to tour and these things. Are there any other things that you feel is like the backside of the industry? Would you say
it's honestly it's for me like in the artist way, it's quite healthy. I think it's like it's quite healthy. It's more healthy than we think. Like promoters or artists are in general really professional and really serious, depending on which level, but. It's not so. I think techno is from like kind of a rebel movement, but it became a little bit more serious. I think in some way.
Definitely, yeah.
That's why I think I was keeping too much this underground rock and roll thing at the beginning, but I needed to process because it's sad because I always say that this sentence a bit weird, but I always say that we are doing techno and not jazz. You know, we are still like. We know that's how is it.
Okay. And if you look back on your journey, like the past 4 years or so, or like 4 or 2, what are some key moments that you feel like made your career shift or like evolve?
For me, definitely the COVID period. This is like changed a lot. I did like some live stream like who give me a lot of opportunity. And I think during this period, it was also a little new generation who came up kind of, where some artist who was like here for a long time kind of stopped it to work, like just not especially production way. And some other artists, I think about Charlie, or I think about Schlar or stuff like that. I think we keep going all this time. It's how I felt at this moment, and we can see also on some way on the lineup, the different lineup change from before the COVID. It was quite different. Refreshing.
How did it change, if you would explain it?
It's refreshing. I don't know if I say it like that.
Rougher.
Yeah, it's like I think we needed a new generation area. It's what I think, and it's cool even for people to like the techno, the electronic music evolve. So it's the whole world we evolve, and we need to process with our time. And I think it's a good thing also to give opportunity to young artists. I think the main artist in the past was 32, 33 years old in general. Now we get more into the 25, 26. And I think it's cool. With our time, and you still have different kind of DJ, different age. But it's still nice to mix it, and definitely need to give opportunity to young artists who are sometimes way more talented. That's how I think.
Yeah. Is that also something you will think about when you create your own parties?
What do you mean to
lift younger artists, to look for newer talents? And
because I have also my own label with TX Record, and I only release like young artists. I don't feel like really someone is already big, because first they released a lot already on big label, and not really interested. I would like to get some new things, and I also like remember in some way how it feels like when someone gave me my opportunity. So like most of the release I have, it's all from like request from by email. They just send me some demo, and most of the time they don't have like more than 500 followers. But on the end, it's like super interesting what they do, and I mostly play the track what they send me, because I think it's in any way now it's not just about music. It's in 2022, you need more than music. Some really good producer, they don't see them, but they are even better than some of them on the scene. So it's cool to give opportunity. It's not just about music. It's not just about doing nice music. I think now we expect a personality, also some charisma or whatever. Like we expect a full character, I think.
Yeah.
That's why also
like social media is also part of the
completely a big presence on social media, and you can. I definitely don't feel like I feel like some young producer could be even way better than me, but they need like I think it's now also important to work on your image, and I think it's now it's about this like
create an avatar.
Yeah, kind of like, but this is also what like every like star singer also creates. So why not in techno? It's still underground, and I would like to keep it underground, but definitely like I was speaking in Colombia, and the people they're interested more by the person than the music, the character. That's why they will come to see you. Yeah. Speaking about promoters,
a lot of people in the scene are also very angry about this, and they mean that it should be only focused on the music.
I don't think so. That's not true. I think we need to grow up. If it's just only about music, how many people doing good music? I can give you like 1,000. There is like, I feel like some way it's unfair for the really good producer. But if some people are giving more than this, why not? You know what I mean? It's
entertainment, or
I really believe that we need to grow up with our time, and 2023 will be also like that. I think, like, I can give also another example, like Metaraf. It's the perfect example. He have this image who is like, I love his image. He give a message. He literally have a message, and we need that now more than just someone who's playing music behind the deck. We need someone who's like giving stories, like a show. We are performers on the end. We are not just producer. If you want to be producer, then you can stay producer. But now it's going way more far than this. I think it's two different jobs also. So I can't blame people who are like, I know so many good producers. They are not on the spotlight, but they understand what they have to change. It depends also because you can be a producer and be shy. I know all these things, so it's difficult. So
did you create your persona after you understood this or before you understood it?
No. I mean, I think I was already doing this before I understood that I needed it. That's what's happened.
Because you're young.
Maybe, yeah.
I guess. No, but I guess. I mean, the people who are like, how old are you now?
I'm 27.
27. But I mean, the 20 years old, they even understand this better than you do. Right? Like
Maybe,
for
yeah,
them, it's so obvious. It's so clear. There's no question about it that they're born into the social media landscape. Like for us, when we were on Instagram in 2012, people put up photos of like a raccoon or the sunset and put a nice filter.
It definitely become like super important to be present on Instagram and I guess for the future TikTok. Well, I still didn't understand yet TikTok, but not yet. I have difficulties to even download. I'm scared about because some people tell me it's really addictive. So I feel already I'm here on Instagram. I don't want to be like only on my phone. But that's why I think artists a little bit more old here for a long time. They're not like fully present on Instagram because it's we grew up again with hard time.
You need a social media manager soon.
Exactly, yeah.
That's what also Volvox said. She was like, I'm basically a girl with a computer. Like, but you felt like the world is sometimes treating her like she's also a big company, having a strong social media presence, touring the world. But then in the end, it's just her there. But maybe soon you'll all be these companies, You'll have a social media manager. You already have a tour manager and all these things. So
I guess it depends how, if you want, if you feel like you need to be managed. I think it's not at this point for me. But at some point, I think some like big people who have big followers, they need to constantly manage the image, manage all these things. I'm learning also this way because also it doesn't look like, but I had a bachelor in luxury marketing, so I did some marketing.
Luxury marketing?
It was not my thing on the end. The luxury was not my thing, definitely. It was another mindset.
But you earn better when you do luxury than without, right? It's better to just choose luxury.
I wanted specialty because I felt like I would have more option, but for me, when you're in school, we don't really exactly push you in the good way. But it was also interesting because I had a lot of different lessons. Story of the fashion. We also have art things, but also a lot of marketing. And I also, I think, still have I kept some little thing from that. They talk a lot about social media and everything. So
and now we do the master class. Bring it on. 3 tips on social media marketing. No, but really, what did you learn?
Well, I learned I don't know. No, it's difficult for me now to come back on this because if I want to be honest with you, it was a luxury bachelor luxury marketing. When the luxury was supposed to speak English, but I get it without speaking real English. So, I don't really know what I learned, but I guess I kept some things on marketing, or if I did I used to do some project. I remember I did a lot of about Alexander McQueen, about his life, about how he creates. I loved how the way he was thinking, but it was a bit tortured, So it's just. It was a fun time, and I think I kept some little thing from this, but it was not my world at all.
No.
So maybe it's also I realized that I needed to process with Instagram and everything, but it definitely helped me to give a little bit something more than the music, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's also what Brutalismus, they were on the exact same track as you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is like, that's like that was their pro tip to like have a clear picture of how you want to be seen from the outside.
Yeah, that's what they did exactly. But I think it's like sad also to have to, if it's not you you have to have an image. It's okay to be seeing, but for me, we are doing some kind of art, so we are artists, and we shouldn't have so many restriction. And I feel like in our new community, sometimes we have restriction, and which is fair. We should, but yeah, this is my point. I think we should be way more open, but now it's restriction, but it's more understandable for artists on Spotlight, I guess.
Yeah.
We have now come to the part of the podcast where if you're a Patreon, you'll get to hear how CLTX works in the studio and how he views the production journey overall, as well as his inspiration and that jazz. Go to patreon.com/playfulmagazine.
What's your view on work-life balance?
I think it's essential on the end.
Yeah.
I think it's like no other way. It depends if you want to be an artist who's working 1-2 years really intense in an intense way and after nothing, or if you want to keep it, stay longer. I think it's not possible to do 2-3 gigs in the week and not sleep between, by example. So for me, it was my biggest fight. I think it's my biggest fight to find this balance, to work with this balance. But it's essential. And every time I remember like having dinner with artists who are here for a long time, like Perk one time, it was like an honor for me because I saw him when I was like not even touching every DJ, every mixer, and he was clear with me. I say, how do you do for like 10 years doing every weekend like that? He told me like, you need the balance. This word is it stay on my mind since like month and month. And with this little feedback and advice, I just realized it's essential, and also felt like going to another party to another one is not okay. It doesn't work. Even if in professional way, you're still here. Your body is like, one day is your body, or if it's not your body, it will be your head or something. We just stop. We just say stop. So I think it's essential at this level, at least if you want to perform every weekend like that. Yeah. All the way.
Yeah. Last question though. If you would be the president, what are 3 topics you would prioritize?
Hopefully I'm not president, but because it seems like a
lot of pressure.
Yeah, I will start obviously by wars. I will do my best to stop all of them if it's possible, obviously. I will also try to take care of inequality or racism, all of this inequality, because in our time it's too much people who are victims of this. And a little funny one maybe. I smoke weed.
Legalize.
So I guess it's not like the first time you're here, but why not? In some way, Portugal, and they legalize, so why not?
It's coming here too now.
I heard it's an idea, but it's take time between, do it and thinking about it. So will be the third one, yeah.
Let's see.
It's either this or it's that. This is this or that.
Okay, follow the flow or control all the way.
So follow the flow, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, preferably work to be an expedition guide or a bartender.
Hey, what's the first one? Sorry again?
Expedition guide, like to adventures and climbing in mountains and yeah.
Expedition guide for the person now. Since I travel, I discover how precious is. So I think the first one, yeah.
Yeah. Spirituality or atheism?
Atheism.
Atheism. Introvert or extrovert?
A little bit of both, because on some way I can really be intro, and some other way I can really be extra. So
Yeah.
a little bit of both, a different time.
But do you feel that you get fueled by being with other people, or do you also need to be alone?
I need to be alone, definitely, because after weekend it's like a lot of sociability. So I need my time alone on the week. I definitely need, I can't, after the weekend, I need my own time, and it's my own. Even with someone, I don't feel I recovered really well. I need to recover with myself and to come back to the reality alone.
So like social extrovert.
Yeah.
No, social introvert, I mean.
Yeah, but also need to be like around people when it's like, when I feel better, like on the weekend and stuff. It's something I love it, and like definitely.
All right. Psychologist or don't think too much of the past. Like push it away.
Don't think too much. Past is past. It's behind me.
Yeah. Slipknot or Korn?
Slipknot.
Drum or guitar solo?
Guitar solo.
Mm-hmm. Paris or Berlin?
Berlin.
Yeah. Berghain or Minxie? Berghain or Warehouse Rave?
Warehouse Rave.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Now we have some assumptions about you. It's based on our perception of you.
Okay.
So let's see if it fits.
Now.
Don't be. Okay. You done at least 3 of your tattoos on yourself?
No.
No? No one?
Only one.
Only one?
Oh, yeah. It was just with like a friend. But no, I didn't do any of my...
The 8 or the
it's like
eternity sign?
It's 8, yeah. It's 8, because I'm also born 8 August. So it's 80808. So it was just an important number for me. But no, I didn't come at this point. I tried to do someone else. I was not that good. So to be honest, I will not try.
You stay to music.
Yeah. Well, I would love to learn, but not on myself.
Okay.
I don't think it's a good option.
Happy to do it on anyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Sternberger. Do you know the beer Sternberger? It's like the cheapest beer in Germany you could ever. So you don't care what beer is served to you. It could be that one or some classy microbrewer beer. Beer is beer to you.
Yes, because I'm not a big fan of beer.
Ah, really?
I don't drink so much beer, so that's also...
What do you drink?
I like whiskey, and I like also red wine, like for a good French, I guess. But that's mostly it. Yeah, I like some beer. I sometimes drink Weissbier.
I like that too.
Weissbier is cool. It's nice.
Leffe is really good.
Oh yeah, some of them are cool, but I'm not someone who's drinking beer every time, or like I don't have a special relation with the beer in general.
There we go. You have to print your boarding card on paper because your phone always dies.
No, that's not true. It's always with me.
You have a battery on your phone a lot?
Yeah, I always have my charge with me on my side.
Oh, okay, very organized.
I think it's almost like a traumatized if I don't have my phone, my boarding pass, and my music on the plan. It's a lot of things to... It's really important, yeah.
All right. You know how to growl.
To growl.
Growl, you know?
Do I have to do it?
No, but you know how to do it?
I think so, I guess.
You know?
Like a lion?
No, it's like in it's like in
a metal.
Exactly.
No, I tried a few times in front of my mirror, but it didn't work. But I wish. But I really tried, actually.
Oh my God, I would love seeing that or hearing that. Better to hear it.
Horrible. It would be horrible.
Okay. You were well known to the police before for hosting illegal raves.
No, they don't know me at all because I didn't host. People was thinking I host, but I didn't host. I was just playing for them. So no, it's not true.
Perfect.
But people was thinking of this, some of them, but no, I was just playing for them.
All right. Last one. The first thing you would save if your apartment burned down is your wallpapers.
My wallpapers? No. It will be like I think my computer. It's like definitely my whole life, my whole production and everything. So
fair enough.
But maybe the second one.
Yeah, I don't know if this was good. I think I got like 2 or 1.5. Anyways,
okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank
It
you
was
very
really
much.
nice to have you here.
This was it for Playful Podcast this week, but please follow, subscribe, and listen to our next episode. And if you want to have a say about future artists or even ask your own question to one of our guests, follow us on Instagram and make sure to add your question when we lift our coming guests. Thank you so much for joining and see you next week.